And we'll go across, sadly, to politics as usual, and it's back to the 2G scam and the crisis. A fresh round of political trouble over the controversial 2G explanatory note by the Prime Minister's office and Pranab Mukherjee's Finance Ministry. The note had effectively said that if Mr. Chidambaram had stood his ground when he was Finance Minister, the 2G scam could possibly have been prevented. What was politically damaging to the government, however, was that Mr. Mukherjee was deemed to have cleared the note. However, the government then denied that and said it was not cleared by Mr. Mukherjee. Today, however, BJP members of the Joint Parliamentary Committee have made a fresh allegation which would throw open the whole controversy once again. Rahul Srivastav has more on that. Rahul, the JPC today had actually called to the senior-most financial bureaucrats in the country to discuss why that note hadn't made it to the JPC. That opened a Pandora's box. What happened?
Sonia, this is the note which was sent by Mr. Pranab Mukherjee's office, the Finance Ministry, to the PMO, which created a storm, and then two ministers walked out and said all is well. But it seems all was not really well, because if we go into the backdrop of how this whole document was created, this is the mother note. This is the note which was initially prepared by the Finance Ministry officials. And if you see, you have Mr. Pranab Mukherjee's signature here. And if you see what the documents which have been submitted in the JPC for perusal, is that there is a handwritten word perusal written here. And the line says that put up to Finance Minister for his perusal. Now this word perusal, somewhere it seems a very ham job by somebody in the government, because if one looks at the cover note says that put up to Finance Minister for his approval. That means today, that's exactly what the BJP leaders noticed, that the word approval was replaced by the word perusal. Not only this, Sonia, there is something very interesting in this letter, is that if there were two clarifications sent by the Finance Ministry to the PAC last year in 2010, now in this note which is being prepared as a chronology of events, it says that there are differences in interpretations, variances in interpretation. What it means that somewhere the Finance Ministry was realizing sometime in March this year, after discussing with the Cabinet Secretariat and the Prime Minister's office, that what was written to the PAC in June 2010 was not exactly the correct picture, but the picture needed to be corrected. And eventually, the final result was a note which came out, and perhaps it will keep reverberating in the Sarkari circles, because what we are hearing, that there are several other damaging documents in which there are several other confusions. Perhaps it's increasingly becoming clear that not only there was something wrong during the 2G spectrum allocation, but perhaps also the government is failing to come out with a harmonized reaction to what the public and the courts and the various investigating agencies wants to know.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.